October 2012, and this is the BASACast.
Hello and welcome to BASACast. It's the start of another new year here at BASA, and we couldn't be more excited. By now, you've probably seen the new additions to the space, including a new library, office, and creative nook that holds our new BASA bulletin board. Our bulletin board will serve as an information station, and every month we will post pertinent information, a profile of an important speaker in history, as well as creating a writer's wall. This term in class, we have introduced a writing component into the program. This focus will give the students an opportunity to communicate their own ideas and feelings. Every month, we will be posting a challenge on the writer's wall, as well as subsequent pieces from the minds of our own students. And at the end of the year, we will be publishing a BASA writing anthology, where you will be able to see the brilliant writings of some of our students in a professionally bound book. Look for this month's challenge and historical speaker today, which brings us to our first segment. In 1839, an English playwright by the name of Edward Bulwer Lytton coined the phrase, "The pen is mightier than the sword," paying homage to the great power of the spoken word. Language is indeed a very powerful tool, and his words remain true today. Indeed, our wisdom benefits from the eloquence of past speakers. In some cases, these people crafted speeches that fought oppression and injustice, creating equality and freedom. In other cases, they used the power of language for the opposite, manipulating others for their own gain. At BASA, we believe skill in speaking not only gives us the power to change the world, it gives us the awareness we need to meet the world critically and intelligently. When used properly, the voice can move mountains. So, we would like to pay tribute to great orators and important speeches in a new segment called Voices Through Time.
We hold men choose to be
Mr. Fight, with growing confidence and growing strength in the air.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man.
Yes, we can.
The globe was a stormy place in the early 1950s. World War II had just ended, and with the rise of communist China, the outbreak of the Korean War, and the development of a Russian atomic bomb, America was swept up in an anti-communist witch hunt known as the Red Scare. Recognizing an opportunity to further his own career in power, a senator from Wisconsin named Joseph McCarthy began holding press conferences where he would claim that his investigations had revealed secret communists in the highest levels of government.
The raw, harsh, unpleasant fact is that communism is an issue and will be an issue in 1954.
He became the head of a committee set up to find and remove any communist supporters from positions of influence. The primary targets of such suspicions were government employees, those in the entertainment industry, educators, and union activists. Joseph McCarthy used the hearings to increase his own power and weaken those who spoke out against him. He distorted the truth, fabricated stories, and greatly exaggerated the facts, such that anyone brought forth to the committee was assumed guilty until proven innocent. The lives and careers of many innocent people were ruined. Most journalists and politicians were too frightened to challenge Joseph McCarthy for fear he would label them communists as well, and they too would lose their livelihoods. But a reporter from CBS named Edward R. Murrow dared to challenge McCarthy and produced a series of stories on his news show, See It Now, that would expose the crooked senator's lies.
Good evening. Tonight, See It Now devotes its entire half hour to a report on Senator Joseph R. McCarthy, told mainly in his own words and pictures.
Murrow shed light on McCarthy's dishonest tactics by showing the American public the truth where McCarthy lied, and fact where there was only suspicion.
The question is, did the Civil Liberties Union supply you with an attorney?
They did supply an attorney.
The answer is yes.
The answer is yes.
The Civil Liberties Union has been listed as a front for and doing the work of the Communist Party.
The Reed-Harris hearing demonstrates one of the senator's techniques. Twice, he said the American Civil Liberties Union was listed as a subversive front. The Attorney General's list does not and has never listed the ACLU as subversive, nor does the FBI or any other federal government agency.
Murrow ended McCarthy's campaign of fear by using persuasive language and truthful reporting to sway the American public. Most memorable was Murrow's own editorial, with which he closed the show.
No one familiar with the history of his country can deny that congressional committees are useful. It is necessary to investigate before legislating. But the line between investigating and persecuting is a very fine one, and the junior senator from Wisconsin has stepped over it repeatedly. The actions of the junior senator from Wisconsin have caused alarm and dismay amongst our allies abroad and given considerable comfort to our enemies. And whose fault is that? Not really his. He didn't create this situation of fear, he merely exploited it, and rather successfully. Cassius was right. The fault, dear Brutus, is not in our stars, but in ourselves. Good night, and good luck.
Senator McCarthy shot back with his own press conference, but the facts had been presented, and Edward R. Murrow's carefully chosen words had taken the wind out of Joseph McCarthy. Months later, at one of the hearings, McCarthy was publicly humiliated once again.
Let us not assassinate this lad further, Senator. Look, you've done enough. Have you no sense of decency, sir? At long last, have you left no sense of decency?
McCarthy's reign was over. This month, the presidential debates are taking place. So, if you are interested in watching some extraordinarily great public speaking,
and so in my State of the Union, or my speech to the nation, whatever you want to call it,
or in some cases some extraordinarily bad public speaking, I highly encourage you to tune in. Also, this month is that wonderful family holiday Thanksgiving, which of course means we will be closed October 6th, 7th, and 8th, so we can be with our loved ones and stuff ourselves silly. Seriously, I eat a lot on Thanksgiving. Let's see, what else is happening in October? Any other holidays? Nope, wait a second! How could I forget Moldy Cheese Day on October 9th? Seriously, that's a holiday. Of course I'm forgetting about Halloween, or as dentists call it, Cha-Ching Day. On October 31st, we will be having our annual dress-up day. All the teachers will be clad in their scariest and imaginative costumes, and we hope that students and parents will also get into the spirit. Well, that's all the time we have. Remember this Halloween to play safe and keep it spooky, Vancouver. See ya!